Okay, this is Waiting for a Miracle. Check the description for timestamps because we're going to be doing all 3 Rasputin ending trophies. Howdy Partner, Stay Put, and Let My Will Be Done. There will also be my fight setups and probably some additional information as well. Alright, horsey, that's enough.
The Tsar is about to give his speech, and you're loafing around? Get to work.
No grunt tells me how to be a waiter. Do you want to switch?
Attention, we have an audience. Are you lost, sir? The entrance for guests is on the other side of the park.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Carry on. I'm not
You have
here.
to go in and trigger it first, though, just like in other areas of the game. Jacket. Military boots. And the Communist Manifesto. Upsetting the order. And that's all over here. So now we're going to manipulate the waiter.
Excuse me.
Speak, man. What is it?
So you can either fight the soldiers for the uniform, or you can do the same with the waiter. We're going to spark a revolutionary flame in one of the waiters.
You're struggling under the bourgeois boot. You've carried a sense of injustice for a long time now. Don't let the Tsar's dogs smother you. Even if you lose your job, at least you'll keep your dignity.
Respect the uniform. You can clean our boots, lousy waiters.
Calm down.
The hell I will. I've been calm for long enough, and I've had it. Arise, the damned of the earth!
Be careful not to dirty your precious jacket with all the blood that's about to gush from your nose.
Worry about yourself.
Now we have a uniform.
Not bad.
Waiter uniform.
Not bad at all. I haven't been here in a while. Can you feel it? Is the smell interesting?
Prayer beads. And then we're going to talk to Sergei.
A familiar face.
This is going to give us some information that we'll use later on.
Looking at your outfit, I can't help wondering. Are you trying to cook up another scandal?
Astonished his friends aren't with him.
The last time I saw you were accompanied by 2 gentlemen. What happened to them?
I needed some space.
Why are you being so hostile?
Sergei, why the hostility?
Let's see. Because you humiliated me. Because you ruined my chance to get happily married. Sofia has traveled across the ocean just to stay away from me.
Pride is too high. Sophia never wanted you.
Sergei, we both know that Sofia never treated you seriously. She led you on for her own enjoyment and to spite her father. But she couldn't fool a Thaumaturge.
You opened my eyes to the fact that she never loved me, for which I will be eternally grateful. Nevertheless, I need to ask, what are you actually doing here?
I have an appointment with someone. I'm not sure that either one of these matters
I'm
too
looking
much.
for someone. So far, I've been led on a wild goose chase, though.
Sounds like high society. Someone who enjoys playing with people.
Very well put.
I believe you should listen to me.
What do you want? Tell us.
Yes? What did you want to share with me?
I was recently elected to the city council. I've also been attending audiences with Tsar Nikolai. Things that are now being discussed at the top are making me worried.
Get to the point.
What are you specifically worried about?
The council has prepared a series of anti-Thaumaturge's decrees. They only need to be signed by the Tsar. In the decrees, Skawon advocates for such ideas as exile or creating adjustment clinics. Shall I go on?
Ask about the clinics.
I'd like to know some specifics. For example, those clinics.
That's the most ruthless part. Do you know what a lobotomy looks like? That's how these places are meant to socially adjust thaumaturges. But you didn't hear it from me, all right?
I didn't expect help.
I didn't expect to find an ally in you.
Likewise. Please, be careful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergei. That's enough.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to get through to the one who can help me with that. Have a good evening.
Okay, now we are in this area down here, and this is where we're headed. And we're gonna run into Rasputin's friend, if I can find all the pieces.
That wasn't it.
There we go. It sort of automatically goes to him, but the carriage belt.
Interesting sight. A bourgeois waiter. You do realize that you are still a wanted man?
I'm here on a mission. I assume you're here for similar reasons.
Rasputin chose me to be the executor of his work.
Talk about his mission.
What part of Rasputin's will are you trying to execute here?
I am Yeritel, the Angel of Destiny. I am his sword against false acolytes. Maybe you're one of them.
Okay, we're gonna leave.
I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Holstered weapon. Short letter. Lazarov's devotion. Okay, now I want to do one more thing. So we want to put Maria
That wasn't
sort of on the list. Magdalena's here too, but she's all the way over on the right, and it's not really necessary to do what we need to do. So for Lazarov, you need the short letter and the holstered weapon in order to be able to manipulate him to leave.
What now?
Let's talk more about your...
Holy mission
My
again. See, but then you can actually... These will fill in with, like, Maria and Magdala and stuff. But this is the one we want. Just make fear consume him and make him abandon Rasputin. If you have Mind 5, which is what you can do by finding all of his pieces. The cartridge belt, the weapon, the short
Your body
letter.
came back from the battlefield, but your mind and heart are still out there, fighting. After what you've seen and what you've done, you can't let go of the fear.
But Rasputin took me in and guided me from the land of the dead. He saved my life, and that's why I serve him.
His help is an illusion. With him, your fight will never end. Don't take lives in the name of a false prophet. Leave in peace, Lazarev.
In peace. And you? What about you? You also need to break free. Calm. Feel the calm in your heart again.
So if you didn't have like Mind 5, when you talk to Maria, you find out she's pregnant, and you can use that information with Lazarev as well. There's just an awful lot of back and forth right here, so. Okay, now with Maria. Simple handkerchief. Silver cutlery.
I can't eat anymore. Pass. Well, maybe just a piece of...
Maria?
It's good that you're here. Bring me another piece of meringue with an extra serving of strawberries. And maybe a plate of cooked meats.
Maybe you'd like some baked potatoes with that?
Why not? I'm eating for two after all.
Don't you recognize me?
Oh, it's you. I've been so distracted lately. You know, being with child and all.
Congratulate her.
Congratulations. Who's the lucky father?
For behold, from henceforth, all generations shall call me blessed. For he that is mighty have done to me great things. Pretty, isn't it? I'll be giving birth to a savior. Grigory loves me more than all of you.
Do you think Rasputin is the father?
A mother knows these things. But why should I explain it to you?
Okay. This one is going to be about Magdalene if you talk to Magdalene over on the other side before coming over here. But we're just going to get rid of her and make her abandon him with heart 3.
You doubt that Rasputin will make a good father. You feel like he's just using you. This child is an accident. After all, Grigory wasn't happy to hear the news of an heir. You're right to be afraid. You see that his promises appear to offer a paradise sanctuary, but in reality, they're an illusion.
I dread that thought. I will be alone again, against the whole world. So many people hate him. Will his child be hated too?
Save yourself. Forget Grigory.
I'm sorry. I should be going. I don't feel well.
Okay. Let's go find Magdalena. Okay, Magdalene is here. And looks like we're going to need to talk to her before her stuff will pop up.
Magdalena?
I didn't expect to see you here, Thaumaturge.
Rasputin invited me personally. You can say anything. I usually say why she is surprised with that.
I received a personal invitation from Rasputin.
So did I. He summoned me to preach about his second coming. He will return, and with him the hope for chasing away the darkness of an uncertain future. For his grace will be with us. Do you understand?
I'll let you work.
It's a mission, preaching the truth. For I tell you, having faith in yourself is treacherous, but having faith in him is the right way.
I can't seem to find the chair.
Am I a magician or what?
This is the prayer book that goes with the prayer beads. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you need the prayer. You need to finish following the threads first. So you need the prayer beads. The prayer beads and the prayer book. Completing this is what made that now just available for searching. Which is interesting. Okay. Chair at the ball. Attempts at writing. Magdalena's efforts. Now we can manipulate her.
You're disturbing.
Talk to her about her mission.
I see you found your calling in evangelism.
My heart is filled with love, so I preach the good news. Let everyone prepare for Grigori's coming. Everything is possible for those who believe.
Talk to her about Lazarus.
I saw Lazarev was here too.
Blessed Lazarev. He's one of Rasputin's most trusted acolytes. I'm glad he's here. I know he keeps me safe.
Talk about her ancestry.
From a poor village to high society, all eyes are turned on you today.
I wanted a better life, not applause, and work to help my mama and papa.
And how does standing here in a beautiful dress among the cream of Warsaw society help your parents?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen them in a long time, and they can't write. What I do, that's not important. All is as it must be.
I'm going to expose her sense of alienation and make her reject Rasputin. Deed 3.
Look around. At first glance you look like the rest of the guests, but you know full well that you don't belong in this world. These people will never accept you as one of their own, and then Rasputin will abandon you. What use does he have for an apostle who is a burden?
I'm not a burden.
Go back to your people. All you'll find here is disappointment and the pain of not being good enough.
I tried so hard.
I know.
Leave me alone, please.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Okay, now we're going to grab this. Because Wanda's floating around. She's waiting for a scallion. And she's got a gun.
Nice outfit. Are you serving refreshments to your people tonight? I didn't think I would see you again. And yet, here you are.
I know why she came.
I know you have a gun and you want to kill Skawan.
I was going to start with Konechkin, but that coward got rubbed out by some random Ganef. So it's Skawan's turn now. I'll kill him and anyone who gets in my way.
And then I confess that I'm the one that killed Konechkin.
I'm that Ganef. I killed Konechkin.
Konechkin.
Then you're one of us now. Help me with Skawan.
I have my own plans.
I've got my own plans for the night, and you might upset my apple cart. I'm here with someone who might be able to help establish new borders for Poland. But in order to do that, we must avoid spilling blood.
You mean Rasputin? That false prophet who caused that riot with his words? He's on my list too. Get out of my way or I swear to God there will be 2 dead bodies tonight, not 1.
Okay, so now at this point, go ahead and make a manual save because we're going to be reloading from this point to do all 3 of the trophies. Okay, first trophy is going to be the Howdy Partner Trophy.
Friends, today on the birthday of our son and successor, our father's words show the direction of our thoughts. The voice of God orders us courageously to undertake, in deference to divine intention, the task of ruling, with faith in the strength and rightness of autocratic power. We are summoned to reaffirm that power and preserve it for the benefit of the people from any encroachment. Today, as this storm rages in the streets, and evil has penetrated people's souls and settled in them for good.
There. Quiet, Milutka. Nie znaju. Что происходит?
Do not fear. I am with you always, even until the end of the world.
Stay where you are, or I'll send you to hell once more. Wasze Imperatorskie Величество, he's a dangerous man. There's no telling to whom he sold his soul to be here.
Нет. Grigori Yefimovich Rasputin, я слышала о вас. Come closer, please.
Blessing upon you, Alexei Nikolaevich. God has brought you back to life to help him.
Это чудо!
Speaking of miracles, I think I have a lot to tell about it.
You do?
Okay, I'm going to vouch for Rasputin.
I am here to bear witness to Rasputin's miracles. He has snatched me away from the embrace of death, and I believe he will do the same for the Tsarevich. Look, he is standing here before you, even though 3 days ago I was watching him die. This man is a true miracle worker.
And who are you, man?
I'm going to let Rasputin speak.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, Viktor Stanislavovich.
What? Arrest him! He's a fugitive and a terrorist!
Quiet, infidel. This is a converted sinner to whom we should show nothing but mercy. He's a good man and a loyal acolyte. A sinner, but he has redeemed his guilt as he acted on my behalf, trying to protect me from infidels. People like Scowen.
Can I have a word with you? Well done. They hang on your every word, especially Tsarina Alexandra.
Her faith is unfaltering, like yours.
Thank you for believing in me. Ready to celebrate success?
I am ready.
I'm ready.
And jittery. Am I wrong? Welcome to the new reality, my friend. The great Russia needs people like him. Powerful and capable thaumaturges. That kind of power is worth having by your side. I know what I'm talking about.
If the mystic says so, then so be it. We consider this man's trespasses non-existent. Tsarskoye Cielo will accept the Thaumaturge, if that's your will.
What do you say, my friend?
Express your gratitude to the Tsar and Rasputin.
Your Imperial Majesty, it's an honor. I vow to loyally serve you personally and all of Russia.
So help you, God.
Let us rejoice. The sun has broken through the darkness and shone on all of us today.
For some of us, for the last time. For a free and independent Poland.
Are you busy?
I'm just offering a short prayer. God will forgive. What brings you to me?
I came to say goodbye. I'm leaving.
So suddenly? Even a Rasputitsa won't keep you here?
I'm afraid not. Such an opportunity may not come again.
Would you care to reveal some of the mystery to me?
I don't think any of these matter.
Go with God, my friend.
They say your choices define your value. What does that make me? The Upyr took me on a journey that made me realize how my difficult relationship with my father looked from his point of view, and how I should look at it in hindsight. I burned the Black Grimoire and deserted those who had counted on me. I chose Rasputin. I chose myself. And the coterie? It never came into being. I suspect its would-be members went their separate ways, and I don't suppose they think fondly of me. Liga is in St. Petersburg with me. She's overwhelmed by the change, but something tells me it won't last long. Her ambition won't let her fall behind. Sometimes we talk about Warsaw. I'm not sure if these conversations bring more happiness or sadness. I don't like to look back. I'm worried about the lack of news from Uncle Sasha. When we left Warsaw, the situation was tense, and now they say it's even worse. The circumstances of the Warsaw Ochrana chief's death have never been clarified, and hopefully it will stay that way.
Get to the point, Victor. Everyone wants to know what happened to Abaurice.
Please continue.
Abaurice and Victor were going to live happily ever after, as friends. But as Victor turned out to be a prick and left.
That's not the way it was.
He soon regretted his actions and cried himself to death. Amen. This is fucking it. Over, goodbye, see you tomorrow.
We write letters to each other, and let's leave it at that. I'm worried about what's happening in the city. Warsaw is on fire. People finally dare to lift their weary heads while socialist militants carry out attacks on anyone who doesn't support the revolution. As for the flying university, the idea faded and died in the Ochrana cells where the rebellious students were locked up. The weary traveler made it to his longed-for Albuquerque. How do I know? That's a completely different story. But enough about that. It's time for a new adventure, my friend.
Okay, this is the stay put ending. I'm going to be fast forwarding through the bits that are the same, just simply for time. So if you want to see them, check out the first Howdy partner.
The voice.
But basically, all of this is exactly the same. So I'm going to fast forward this part.
God.
Speaking of miracles, I think I have a lot to tell about it.
You do?
We're going to vouch for Rasputin.
I am here to bear witness to Rasputin's miracles. He has snatched me away from the embrace of death, and I believe he will do the same for the Tsarevich. Look, he is standing here before you, even though 3 days ago I was watching him die. This man is a true miracle worker.
And who are you, man?
The large difference between Howdy Partner and Stay Put is your pride. So instead of letting Rasputin speak, which you do during Howdy Partner, we're going to introduce ourselves.
My name is Viktor Shulsky. I'm a Thaumaturge.
What? Arrest him. He's a fugitive and a terrorist.
Quiet, infidel. This is a converted sinner to whom we should show nothing but mercy. He's a good man and a loyal acolyte. A sinner, but he has redeemed his guilt as he acted on my behalf, trying to protect me from infidels. People like Scowen.
Can I have a word with you? Well done. They hang on your every word, especially Tsarina Alexandra.
Her faith is unfaltering, like yours. Thank you for believing in me. Ready to celebrate success?
I am ready.
I'm ready.
And jittery. Am I wrong? Welcome to the new reality, my friend. The great Russia needs people like him. Powerful and capable thaumaturges. That kind of power is worth having by your side. I know what I'm talking about.
If the mystic says so, then so be it. We consider this man's trespasses non-existent. Tsarskoye Cielo will accept the Thaumaturge, if that's your will.
What do you say, my friend?
Again, for Stay Put, we're going to choose a pride answer. For Howdy Partner, you choose express your gratitude. For Stay Put, we're going to choose admit you deserve it.
I will accept that well-deserved honor.
The humble in spirit will get their reward.
Let us rejoice. This sun has broken through the darkness and shone on all of us today.
For some of us, for the last time. For a free and independent Poland.
I'm leaving.
Leaving us so soon? Won't you even wait until Rasputin's is over?
No, I cannot tarry. The journey alone will take weeks.
Before you go, can you tell me something more?
I have no time. You can ask like
Time
the
for
rest
me
of
to
them.
go.
Next,
Indeed.
extend the
Have a
conversation.
pleasant
But
journey. Who knows how much
it
changed?
doesn't
during
impact
your
the ending, I don't
absence.
think. Trophy.
They say your choices define your value. What does that make me? The Upyr took me on a journey that made me realize how my difficult relationship with my father looked from his point of view, and how I should look at it in hindsight. I burned the Black Grimoire and deserted those who had counted on me. I chose Rasputin. I chose myself. And the coterie? It never came into being. I suspect its would-be members went their separate ways, and I don't suppose they think fondly of me. Liga is in St. Petersburg with me. She's overwhelmed by the change, but something tells me It won't last long. Her ambition won't let her fall behind. Sometimes we talk about Warsaw. I'm not sure if these conversations bring more happiness or sadness. I don't like to look back. I'm worried about the lack of news from Uncle Sasha. When we left Warsaw, the situation was tense, and now they say it's even worse. The circumstances of the Warsaw Ochrana chief's death have never been clarified, and hopefully it will stay that way.
Get to the point, Victor. Everyone wants to know what happened to Abaurice.
Please, continue.
Abaurice and Victor were going to live happily ever after, as friends. But as Victor turned out to be a prick and left.
That's not the way it was.
He soon regretted his actions and cried himself to death. Amen. This is fucking it. Over, goodbye, see you tomorrow.
We write letters to each other. And let's leave it at that. I'm worried about what's happening in the city. Warsaw is on fire. People finally dare to lift their weary heads while socialist militants carry out attacks on anyone who doesn't support the revolution. As for the Flying University, the idea faded and died in the Ochrana cells where the rebellious students were locked up. The weary traveler made it to his longed-for Albuquerque. How do I know? That's a completely different story. But enough about that. It's time for a new adventure, my friend.
Okay, now we're going to do the Let My Will Be Done trophy. Again, I'm going to sort of speed through this first part. If you want to see the cutscene sort of dialogue, check the first one, Howdy Partner, because I left it all in for that.
Stay where you... Vashi.
God.
Speaking of miracles, I think I have a lot to tell about it.
You do?
Okay, I'm going to expose his deceit.
This man is a fraud. There was a reason why he was deemed a heretic and charlatan and expelled from Petersburg. He deceived me as well and tried to use me for his plans. And he planned to win your Imperial Majesty's favor through your son.
And who are you, my good man?
A Thaumaturge.
Your Grace, your son is part of my divine mission. I know about the illness. I am here to help.
How does he know that?
Tell her the truth.
From Svetlana Petrovna. In the court, you cannot keep something like that secret. That's where Rasputin's knowledge comes from. The secrets he elicits from people.
Your Grace, please do not believe him. Whether you listen to me or not will determine...
And the resurrection, the church?
You can choose either one, but you only get one. I'm going to choose Miracle
I'm
in the
the
Church.
one behind the miracle in the church. I'm the one who cured that boy. He wasn't possessed. He was a Thaumaturge who didn't understand his powers yet. But for Rasputin, he was a means to an end, like the Tsarevich.
What have I done to you to make you stand against me?
I said he brings death upon others, but I'm not entirely sure. I think this might be a flexible one, but I'm not sure.
Death follows you. No one likes matters to you.
When I got the trophy, I
almost
chose
died
death.
because of you. You let me down.
And just because your dream of reality has withered, you're trying to take away mine? Did I ask for too much, wanting you to believe in me? I had always been there for you. I expected the same in return. And you turned out to be a Judas. How wicked. How petty-minded.
I know everything about your games.
That's why I can't let you go. Oh, Victor. I've been here many, many times. I could say I feel at home here.
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have, like, everything. And all of these, like I can't add, these are all cost 3, so I can't even like add another. Check the description for my overall assignments and upgrades, but basically there's adrenaline is on my strong attack. Fortune is on old wound. 50% chance to interrupt. Weak mind is on agony. Bloody rejuvenation is on torment, but the odds, I don't think I even like get this far on damage over time before it resets. And then influences, I have lucky chance, 60% chance to slow. I have ice on distraction, which will slow the enemy's planned action. And then I have accidental damage, 50% chance of lowering focus by 2 on top of the 3. So every once in a while we're going to see a 5. Okay, we're going to start on this person. We're going to use Lelik. And Diversion, with a 60% chance of pushing his attack back. Which worked, nice. Alright, number 2, we're going to use Upyr. Along with Distraction, which is definitely going to push her movement back. Now he's gonna like curse us with a burden. It's gonna be Bukavak's burden. So now we have Bukavak's burden. So temporary negative states inflicted do double damage. So it's gonna be important to use, I use Upyr to get rid of them. Upyr's focus one, Liberian Veto or whatever. Alright, number 2, we're going to switch to Morana. We're going to use her Winter Sleep to help push the other attacks back, along with Concussion. And we will probably need to follow it up with a quick attack as well. So everybody's been pushed back, except for Rasputin. And she has 1 HP still. But that was my first use of Concussion, so now every time I use it after that, or at least for the next 4 rounds, I have Adrenaline on it, so it should do more damage. But I've got to finish her off. And then we're going to use Velis to get rid of this trait. Make sure I'm on Velis. Okay, he just cursed us with Golem's Burden. You take 50% more damage if your health points are less than 27. Okay, so number 3, I want Upyr. Libernum Veto. I'm going to add Diversion to that. A 60% chance of slowing his action down. And we got it. So we'll just get attacked by her. Alright, we're going to use Morana. Winter Sleep. So that we can push some attack back. We'll follow it up with Concussion, which you can see is doing more damage now than it did the first time. And that should be enough to finish him off. So just Rasputin's gonna attack. Okay. actually, it doesn't... We're okay using this one. You can use Pestilence Breath mixed with Diversion. And a quick attack. I did not use Distraction because Distraction has ice in it, and we're pushing her movement back with Morana, which is why I didn't use that. But now we'll use Diversion to put her into Breakdown. And then this one, like, really doesn't matter. Well, actually, you know what? Let's take a moment. I'm going to break my bond with him because I don't ever use him anyway, and I don't need him harassing me, and I need sort of like... I have sort of like a free round here. And so then we're going to use Concussion to finish her off. And that's round 1. Okay, in round 2, I went with Bloody Penance just to do some good damage on him. And Old Wound. So then we're going to put Agony on this one because I don't have Deed 6. So I cannot clear this person's trait, Lygia's Shadow's trait. So we're going to use Suffering quite a bit on them because that actually does quite well. And that added Terror as well. Okay, so now he just cursed us with Lelic. Lelic's Burden. Enemies' attacks lower our focus twice as fast. We're going to be breaking that in a second. But first off, we are going to use Upyr's Focus and Diversion. Okay, I'm going to break his bond so that I don't keep losing so much focus with each attack. And then they have Terror on, which means they're already losing focus at the end of every round. And we're going to add Distraction to it, which is going to be 2 more, and this is going to put them into Breakdown. Okay, we'll stay with Upyr. And we'll use Concussion. Oh no. Upyr, use Not of This World. Plus Concussion. And that is round 2. Okay, we need to get rid of the Jinn. which I usually do with the previous round. I think I had some luck on my some lucky chances on my side because I actually finished round 2 kind of half a round early. So it sort of messed some stuff up, but alright. We're going to go with Upyr Focus, which is going to break their trait, and Diversion. We're going to do Distraction, which is going to put them into Breakdown. And we still have Velis. So we're going to get rid of their trait as well. Now, this is one of the most important ones that you need to break if you don't want to, like, lose your brain. The Velis Burden makes your attacks hit a random enemy, which means you can't, like, I could go with Concussion on the guy that's in Breakdown, and Rasputin will just, like, apply it to someone else. Like, it's beyond annoying. Like, it really is. So, we're gonna break Velis's bond, and then I'm going to put Concussion on this guy. It's so important that you get rid of Velis. Okay. Attack, and then on 3, we've still got Morana. Pestilent Breath. Now we just got cursed with Morana. Luckily her move will go first, I think. But we just got slowed. He just slowed us down. So on number 4, the fastest thing that we can do is gonna be a quick attack. Everything else is way faster. So we're gonna do that. Next thing we're gonna do is break Morana's Burden. So we're gonna break Morana's Burden, because I cannot be slowed. That is just disruptive. And now he just cursed us with Krampus's Burden, which, while not fun, isn't fully going to kill us. At the end of every round, it inflicts damage equal to our missing focus. So if we're missing 5 focus, we're going to lose 5 health points. So on number 3, we want this to get rid of at least the bleeding that we can get rid of, along with Diversion. Upyr, plus a quick attack to help lower some of this stuff down. Okay, we're going to get some health back from Upyr. I'm going to follow it up with Concussion. Diversion. Yeah. Diversion, and then Upyr's focus. We're going to put Upyr's focus here, which I can't get rid of their traits. That's fine. And then we're going to do distraction. This will move their planned action back around and put them into breakdown. We're going to get health from Upyr. And there's a really good chance that's going to finish him off. So I am going to come over here and put torture on them. Maybe we'll get lucky. So there's 17 health. Nope. So they still have one left, but that's okay. We are all right. So, I'm shocked actually about this one, and not at all happy that it's a stupid 1 HP. So quick attack, and then we're going to put them into, you know what, let's go ahead and break the Jin thing first, because I knew I was going to have to do that anyway, but alright, we want Liburnum Veto because now I've got a lot going on. That payback one is from the Jin, which I meant to get rid of earlier, but... And then quick attack. He's gonna put him into breakdown, but... We can go ahead and finish them off.
Rasputin? Что с вами?
Go ahead. The world is watching, Thaumaturge.
Die.
I can't change that because my pride is too high.
Rasputin is a dangerous man. You should get rid of him.
But he helped our son.
He doesn't care about him. He only poses as a miracle worker to get into the court and secretly pull the strings. He deceived you. Isn't that so?
Fuck off.
Get him out of my sight, Skawan. Viktor Shulsky, today you saved Russia from devilish powers. From now on, your place is in Tsarskoye Sielo, at the Crown Prince's side.
I would be honored.
Let us rejoice. The sun has broken through the darkness and shone on all of us today.
For some of us, for the last time. For a free and independent Poland.
Wasze Imperatorskoje Wielичество, you summoned me.
I want you to look into him for me.
The answer, I don't think, pretty sure it doesn't matter which one you choose.
He didn't know anything.
So, go and find me the real ringleaders. Kravavi, Thaumaturge. Don't fail me.
And we desire that every one of you show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. That ye be not slothful, but followers of those who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
They say your choices define your value. What does that make me? The Upyr took me on a journey that made me realize how my difficult relationship with my father looked from his point of view, and how I should look at it in hindsight. Liga is in St. Petersburg with me. She's overwhelmed by the change, but something tells me it won't last long. Her ambition won't let her fall behind. Sometimes we talk about Warsaw. I'm not sure if these conversations bring more happiness or sadness. I don't like to look back. I'm worried about the lack of news from Uncle Sasha. When we left Warsaw, the situation was tense, and now they say it's even worse. The circumstances of the Warsaw Ochrana chief's death have never been clarified, and hopefully it will stay that way.
Get to the point, Victor. Everyone wants to know what happened to Abaurice.
Please, continue.
Abaurice and Victor were going to live happily ever after, as friends. But as Victor turned out to be a prick and left.
That's not the way it was.
He soon regretted his actions and cried himself to death. Amen. This is fucking it. Over, goodbye, see you tomorrow.
We write letters to each other, and let's leave it at that. I'm worried about what's happening in the city. Warsaw is on fire. People finally dare to lift their weary heads while socialist militants carry out attacks on anyone who doesn't support the revolution. As for the Flying University, the idea faded and died in the Ochrana cells where the rebellious students were locked up. The weary traveler made it to his longed-for Albuquerque. How do I know? That's a completely different story. But enough about that. It's time for a new adventure, my friend.